going on, Jerome's? Your Minnesota Vikings have a bona fide superstar wide receiver one in Justin frickin' Jefferson. Blah, 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 blah. We all know this, right? And the Vikings have the cap space. They have the motivation. They have their starting quarterback. Well, Darnold's making $10 million, which is nothing. And also the quarterback of the future, J.J. McCarthy, is on his rookie deal. So the Vikings have everything in place to pay Justin Jefferson what he's worth, keep him in purple a long time, and yes, like it's going to be a pretty penny, probably the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history, deservedly so. Burt Breer over at Sports Illustrated did up a piece talk about how Jefferson's guarantees could approach $100 million. And yes. This is what Burt wrote. A lot of ink will be spilled and airwaves filled with receiver contract negotiations in the coming weeks, and there are none bigger than those involving the Minnesota Vikings and Justin friggin' Jefferson. So let's start with the obvious. He wasn't at the team facility Monday, and that was expected, but also missed a chunk of last year's OTAs to train in Miami. We're going to Miami. Also, speaking of Miami, so there's a new Bad Boys movie out, and I love Bad Boys 1 and 2, 3. Actually, Bad Boys 2 may be one of the best sequels in film history. I truly believe that. And I like film 1. But film 3 was Bad Boys for Life, and they just came out with the fourth one. Why didn't they save it? Bad Boys for... Anyways, he said at the time it was to pursue endorsement opportunities. But he also... Would it be funny if Justin Jefferson turns out to be legitimately Scarface? So like Sam Hurd, except smart. But he also conceded to me when we talked about it last summer that the life-changing second contract he had coming would fulfill a dream of mine. It's been a dream of mine since I was 7 years old. Before 7, he wanted to be a firefighter or something with trucks, just like my kid. Because Jefferson is also going into the final year of a rookie contract, the St. Brown deal, Amon St. Brown, is easier to apply in this situation. And since Jefferson is owed $19.743 million on his fifth-year option, the apples-to-apples equivalent on his deal to St. Brown will bring him about $80 million over the next 3 years, give him the bump up for all due respect to St. Brown being a better player. Ooh, I can't wait till Amon St. Brown just has this clipped. Here's all the receivers that are drafted ahead of me. Please. Whatever, and waiting an extra year. Do you go to $90 million over the next 3 years? $100 million. 2 years ago, Tyreek Hill and blah 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 did deals and guarantees the high $60 million to low $70 million range over the first 3 years, going to $90, $100 million. Of course, will be quite a jump. Then again, Jefferson is quite a player, and of course, if he signs before CD, Ayuk, and T. Higgins, you can expect the price tag on those guys to rise a bunch too. Now, even if Jefferson signs before Lamb, Ayuk, Higgins, and even Jamar Chase, who has 2 years left, I still don't see them approaching the number. I just really don't. So I do think that Jefferson will reset the market. I think we are talking $35 million per year, $100 million guaranteed. Right now, A.J. Brown is the leader in the clubhouse with his 3-year deal, $96 million, averaging $32 million a year at $84 million guaranteed. I think that if you factor in the fifth-year option, I think that J.J. will eclipse that pretty easily. And you look at the non-quarterback contracts, I think that Bosa will completely hammer the total guarantee that Nick Bosa currently has of $88 million, as well as $34 million per year. And our prediction throughout all this is 4 years, $140 million, $35 million average, as well as $100 million guaranteed, and front-loading it and announced before the start of training camp. That's our prediction. We're sticking to it. We'll see if it works out. But I think very easily, JJ will approach $100 million in guarantees, and rightfully so. He's just scratching the surface of his prime. He is a premium player at a premium position, and he is the face of the franchise as well as the face of the league. So I think that Jefferson will get paid, and I think that it will be approaching the $100 million mark and worth every single friggin' penny. And the Vikings, they've done nothing except sing the praises of Justin Jefferson, and also, and words are words, but actions matter. The Vikings have done a very good job over the last couple off seasons, clearing up some of those bad veteran contracts, eating the void year dead cap this year from Kurt and Daniil, as well as Marcus Davenport, to really free up that money for Jefferson and Darisaw next year, as well as going big game hunting and free agency. So it'll get done. No matter what Florio says, it's going to get done. Don't worry about it. But your thoughts are thoughts. Burt Breer, Jefferson could be approaching $100 million in guarantees. Yes. Yes. But let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.